Welcome to her profit era. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up with both the podcast and my business, but I'm just waiting to get more clarity. So, probably first week of October, I'll announce all the changes. But the reason I'm changing the podcast name is because I really want the women listening to actually take action. Because doing the mindset work, doing the affirmations, like it's not going to get you anywhere. You actually have to open your bank account. You actually have to do the money days. You actually have to do 30-day expense reviews. You actually have to start saving money. You actually have to start doing the things that you want, because if you don't do them, it's not going to happen. So by changing the name to her profit era, it's really about helping women actually take action, because I don't want to be talking about mindset stuff, nervous system regulation, or cash flow strategies if you're not willing to take the actions. So, this podcast is actually about supporting you with your mindset, nervous system regulation, and incorporating that with cash flow and money strategies so you actually take action and do something about it. Like I mentioned before, less than 20% of women know their numbers inside and out, and I want to change that. But in order to do that, I need you to do your part too by doing the uncomfortable things. So, looking at your bank account, going on your money dates, actually making hard decisions with your money, doing uncomfortable things, working through the money shame. So there are going to be a lot of changes coming up. So stay tuned for that. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cindy Kumar. I'm a CPA, fractional CFO, your financial bestie, helping you become more comfortable dealing with your money. So, in today's episode, I want to share behind the scenes and my experience in New York at the Rich Girl Cult conference. So, I have my phone here just for notes. So, let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about my flight situation. So, I was flying on Air Canada, and of course, 3 days before I'm flying out, there's a strike going on with the flight attendants, and my flight gets canceled. Instead of panicking, I looked at other flights I could rebook. Luckily, I booked on points, so Air Canada gave me a voucher and I was able to rebook. So I found a flight, but it had a layover. So I flew from Vancouver to Atlanta, Atlanta to New York. Now, with my original flight, I was supposed to get there for like 5 p.m. It was a direct flight with Air Canada. But of course, with the layovers and the time difference, I didn't land till like 9 p.m. I didn't get to my hotel till like 10:30. So the whole day was a write-off. And I left my house at like 6 a.m. Yeah. So it was like a whole day of flying, but I was glad I was able to still get there on time. So the first day was a write-off, and it was just more settling in. Now the next day, Wednesday, I had branding shoot scheduled, content creation day with Dee. She's from Orlando. I had met her at the Rich Girl Cult Conference in Orlando back in March. So I pretty much hired her like then. I also found Mina on Threads. She did my makeup. She's from New York. And then Stephanie as well. She had done my hair in Orlando, so I knew back then I wanted to hire her, and she was coming to the conference. So that worked out perfectly. So Wednesday morning, I woke up, got my hair done, makeup done. Dee flew in. She came to my hotel room. We started recording content like right away. And then we had a little break. I was supposed to walk to where we were recording. It was like a 10-minute walk. But of course, the BC rain had to follow me. So it was like pouring rain with my hair done, my outfits and stuff. I had to like Uber it, and then I got there early. And then me and Dee met up for like pizza. And then we slowly made our way to the studio. We recorded our content, got some amazing photos. If you follow me at It's Cindy Kumar, my Instagram page, I've shared a few of the photos. They've turned out so good. I can't wait to share the rest of them. But it was such like a fun day of hanging out with Dee Dee, recording content, and just like feeling like a celebrity while I was there. And then once we were done recording content, I had some time. So I went to Times Square in the rain, bought an umbrella, and then we had our speaker dinner in the evening that day. So the speaker dinner was a way for everyone to just connect, get to know each other, hang out with Brittany and John, the hosts of the Rich Girl Conference. And then we had to do something really uncomfortable. We had to stand up in front of everybody and share 5 things we like about ourselves. Now, 1 to 2 things, I was like, okay, like I can do that. But 5 things, you really had to think about it. So as soon as John said that's what we are doing, I pulled out my phone and started listing a bunch of things and just preparing mentally for when I had to go up. Now, everyone had to go up and share, and it was just so amazing to hear. Everyone had like so many different qualities, so many different things that they loved about themselves. Also, they asked us what it means to feel rich. And it was just so nice to hear like everyone's answers, like being able to take care of your body, doing what you want when you want, having the money and the freedom to just do whatever. Also, doing the impossible. So that was like a great experience. Then Wednesday night, came back to the hotel. I was speaking Thursday morning, so I'm like very nervous. The whole time in my sleep, I just kept seeing myself saying my intro and just like freezing. It was like, oh my gosh, like, is this really happening? Like, it was just like anxiety, excitement, like so much unknown because I didn't know what the room looked like, what the crowd was going to be like. It was just super like interesting. And I was just like thinking about the worst in my mind. Like, how am I going to do this? I've never spoken on stage. Like, what if I trip and fall? What if I just freeze and it's just silence? Like, I did not sleep that night. I had my alarm on. I felt like I was waking up like every hour. And then in the morning by like 7:30, my makeup artist was there. I was getting my hair done. And I woke up with like a sore throat. Luckily, I had like Halls and like some cough medicine. So it was just like drinking water, trying to hydrate myself, having the vitamin C. So I felt okay getting on that stage. Once I got there, I checked out the room, spoke to some of the girls, and just like eased my way into it. I felt a lot better. But at the same time, I felt like my nerves were kicking in. I felt so like anxious. Like it's like almost writing like a test. Like you just want to go in, write it, and be done with it. That's how I felt with speaking. I was supposed to speak like third or fourth around like 12, 1 o'clock. So I felt like it was okay because I was near the beginning of it. Once I got on stage, like it was just like a blur. Like it was like an out of body kind of experience. It was just like, oh my gosh, like there's something about holding a mic for me. I don't know what it is, but it's just like as soon as I hold a mic, it's like panic mode. Now, I felt the same way during my podcast, like when I first started, but recording those 100 episodes, it became so much easier. So I feel like I'm more comfortable recording the podcast now and like just freestyle talking and just having point form on what I want to talk about. Versus when I first started the podcast, it was like I had everything scripted. I had to read word for word because I just felt so nervous. But over time, it gets better. I know it was like my first speaking opportunity. It was really great. There was about 150 people in the room. 40 women just decided they didn't want to show up, which sucks. But at the same time, the women that showed up needed to be in that room. So everyone is super engaged, really loved like the money dates. Everyone scheduled their money dates. We talked about 30-day expense reviews, money leaks, ways you can start saving money without feeling like you're so restricted. The other speakers were so amazing as well. I got the opportunity to share the stage with Brock Johnson. Been following him for a really long time, and I got to take a photo with him at the rooftop party on the second day of the conference, which was super cool. So yeah, Thursday I spoke. It felt really good after. I still had the sore throat though, but I made it through. And then after that, it was just like hot water, teas, just doing anything possible to keep myself feeling calm. I was actually thinking about just staying in and sleeping, but the Go High Level team, they sponsored the event. They planned a dinner. So, of course, I slept for a couple hours and then I went out for this dinner. It was nice to just hang out with everybody and connect. I met a lot of people. It was nice to just have conversations. And then Friday was the second day of the conference. So there was like speakers, Brittany and John talked. It was just a lot of fun. And then that morning I woke up feeling super sick, kept feeling hot and cold. Like I think I got a fever because I was freezing, all bundled up, and then I woke up in sweat. So I have no idea what was going on in my body. I was just super sick, low energy, just wanted to sleep, but at the same time, I didn't want to miss out. So Thursday, got to the conference, half day, and then got some time, slept for an hour, and then got ready for the rooftop party. The rooftop party, guys, it was so much fun. The view was amazing. It was actually better than I was expecting. Everyone was dancing, partying, have a good time. I didn't dance, but I was just going around talking to other women, just communicating, talking, like just chilling. Two of my clients from Vancouver were also there too. So it was so cool sharing that experience with them. And then Saturday, I finally had a free day to myself. So, of course, I slept in, which was nice. I still felt sick, but felt a lot better that day. I felt like I had like a headache for like 3 days from like the day I spoke to like Saturday. I think I was just dehydrated because I was like barely drinking any water or anything. And also just like going from hot and cold, the rain, like I feel like my body was just like, what's going on? So I slept in. I went to like the Soho shopping area, walked around. I made it through like Canal Street and then I walked through like the Brooklyn Bridge, which was really nice. I've been there before, but it's always so nice to see. Of course, everything's so busy with like tourists, but then like I made my way down, had dinner by like the Dumbo area, the bridge area right underneath. So the view was amazing. Got to sit outside and just like for the first time I felt like I had like a proper dinner. I got dessert and just like chilled. And it felt so good. But at the same time, it just felt like the whole trip was like go, go, go. And Saturday was the only day I got to like chill and relax. I did a hop on, hop off tour during the night through Times Square, which was fun. Kind of like, it was like main character energy. And then Sunday, I flew back home. So I just got to sleep in again, checked out, had some lunch, and then went to the airport. So that was my trip to New York. I feel like I still haven't fully sat down and taken it all in. Feel like when I came back, it was just like go, 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 get back into work, answer emails, catch up on things. This Labor Day weekend, I finally like Saturday, I just like slept in, had no plans. Same with like Monday, I feel like I didn't do much. And it's just been so nice to just like relax. It was also so nice because I feel like this summer, like I actually traveled, I wasn't glued to my computer. So it just felt really good. And I feel like I've gotten more clarity on what I want to do and where I want my business to go, which is nice. Next Tuesday, I fly out to Vegas. I'm working with the Hermosi team directly in my business. I had a call with them last week, filled out my pre work so they know exactly what I've been doing, where I want to go, and they're going to help me get there. So I'm super excited. When I'm back, I'll record an episode on how my day went, what I learned, also being in the room with other millionaires, which is going to be so cool. Because last year when I went in September, it was so eye-opening. It was so much fun. It was so nice to be around people that are doing way better than me, showing me what's possible. Because if you're surrounded by people that don't have businesses or don't understand what you're doing, they're always going to put you down and they're not going to understand it. And it's going to feel so damn lonely. And I've been feeling like that now. I'm in this like in between stage where like I started as a tax accountant doing what was familiar. And now it's like doing so much unfamiliar work. Also, like I feel like I stepped into a different timeline and kind of quantum jumped. I didn't come back as the same person that I was leaving to New York. I came back as a completely different person. And I feel like I'm still holding on to that like main character energy. And so I'm feeling really, really good. Like I'm more excited. I have more clarity. I know what I want to do. And I don't want to settle for like less than that or doing work or working with people that don't fully align with who I'm becoming or where I want to go. So that's what's going on with me. I hope everyone's having a good summer. And I highly recommend getting out of your own city, looking for events, traveling, because you can write it off in your business. You can meet new friends. You can start a new business. Like the world is so small if you think about it. Did I ever think as an accountant from Abbotsford, BC, being a speaker in New York for a women's conference? No, never. And now look at me. I just got back from New York speaking. I have another event in November in Victoria, BC. I got paid 4 figures, travel, hotel, everything paid for to come speak for an hour at a women's tattoo collective, which I'm super excited about. I also just got another opportunity in October, possibly to speak at another event. So you never know what's going to happen once you open a door. So I highly encourage you start doing uncomfortable things, meeting people, connecting with people, because you never know where it's going to take you. So that's it for today's episode. If you found this helpful or you're thinking of getting into speaking, showing up like an authority, or just being more open and sharing your opinion, send me a DM at It's Cindy Kumar. I'm starting a mastermind for accountants, bookkeepers, anyone in the finance world that wants to build an online business, start showing more of their personality so that they can get booked into speaking gigs, sharing their opinion, media features, all those kind of things. So if you're in the finance world or you know someone, share my Instagram at It's Cindy Kumar, and I'd love to support them in my mastermind. We're starting September 16th. I only have 5 spots available because I want to make it intimate and really support the people that are signing up. So if you are interested, send me a DM at It's Cindy Kumar and I can send over the details, as well as I have her Profit Era, my 90-day program. So if you're looking to change up your mindset, you want more clarity, confidence with your profit, you want more money in the bank, you really want to transform your journey with money so that you're actually building and investing and really growing your money rather than trading your time for money, that would be the perfect program for you. I would love to offer you a free financial assessment as well, so we can really pinpoint where the leaks are in your business. So if you are interested in that, send me a DM at It's Cindy Kumar and let me support you in finding those leaks or supporting you if you're in the finance world as well. So that's it for today's episode. I'll see you next